When we talk about jealous, everybody's like, no, never. Welcome to Just a Thought podcast, a podcast where we explore big ideas, small ideas, and everything in between. I'm your host, Mure, and I'm here to help you think a little deeper about the world around you. Each week, I'll bring you conversations with interesting people, thought-provoking topics, and my own take on the latest news and trends. Whether you're looking for a new perspective on a familiar topic or a fresh way to think about something new, you'll find it here on Just a Thought. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Just a Thought podcast. I remain your host, Murek. You guys, guess what? We are on the 20th episode of Just a Thought. Jackpot, like yesterday when we started. Like, I'm really excited about how far we've come and how we've grown. Thank you so much, you guys, for your consistency, even though I know that I struggle so hard to stay consistent and to bring you guys content. So it just seems like 20 different episodes. Hey, Jesus. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love the fact that I am trying to build a community of people that actually, believe in this. You guys are being amazing. And I don't think I would want to trade you guys for anything at all. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for the shares. Thank you so much for the likes thus far. And I stay grateful. Also, I stay grateful to my God, because when I started this, it started like a struggle. I was trying to figure it out by myself, right? But I just love the fact that it helped me through, and right now I'm doing better than when I started. 20 episodes. It might seem small, but you will not understand what it means by showing up 20 times, like up till this moment. In fact, I don't know what to say. Just you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Recently, when I was about to record the 20th episode, I remember that at a point I felt like I was so slow. My growth was so slow, and it wasn't so encouraging, right? And then comparison started to set in, and then I started to look at other people that are doing the same thing that I was doing, and instead of me to learn from them, I started to compare myself with them. And that is the same thing that we do that could be stopping your growth or hindering your growth. So you're getting jealous of people that you should be learning from, which is actually something that we struggle. When we talk about jealous, everybody's like, no, never will I ever be jealous of her. And it sounds like, if I'm jealous, I'm a witch, which is a valid feeling. You once or twice to be sincere. Don't lie to yourself. You can lie to me, but God sees your heart. We have been jealous once or twice of somebody. Not, you might say I wasn't jealous, I was just feeling like comparing myself. But when you start comparing yourself, there is something that jealousy starts sneaking in, and you start seeing yourself as less. And apart from that, you don't stay grateful for how God has helped you and how He has helped you in your growth. I believe that life is a process on its own, and then you comparing yourself to the other person, the person too went through their struggles. In fact, if they sit you down and then tell you all they've gone through, I don't think you will be able to go through half. There were factors that was involved in their growth at every particular point. So don't just feel like they have it all figured out. My dear, my brother and my sister, nobody has it all figured out. We all have areas in our lives where we are still hoping God to help us. So always stay grateful, because comparison is a killer of joy. When you begin to see your neighbor as a competitor, or you see your friend as a competitor because they're doing much better than you just see that you never see anything good happening in life, right? So I'm telling you an experience that I had, that I was feeling like my growth was very slow, and then every other person was doing better, people that I should be learning from. I did some things that I will love to share with you today. I know you might be like, I've never been jealous, my sister and my brother. Don't let it stay. Immediately you feel this way, this is what I think you should do. Number one, admit that you're jealous. Admit that you don't just like that girl because you're just jealous of her. Like some people, you're like, I don't just like her. Why? You don't have a reason. I don't just like him. Why? I don't just like the way he used to do. Wow, which way does he used to do? Which way does she used to do? Just acknowledge it, and that is the beginning and the starting point of the solution to the problem. Don't just sit there and just say, I don't just like them, and I don't think I can do anything with them. That is a lie. Just tell yourself that, yes, I am jealous of this person. And what next can you do? Avoid talking about them. When when you start talking about them or talking about these people that probably, they're doing way better, you just see that you just hate them for no reason. Then you start seeing their flaws, more flaws, and you're like, she's fine, but her attitude is so bad. You just have something that you have, you want to complain about them. And that is another thing. Just avoid talking about them. Avoid it. Avoid talking about them to others, because that leads from jealousy now to gossip. So you see the progression. We all feel like we are genuinely happy for somebody, but when you start using so I listened to a man of God, and he actually made me, think about things differently, right? So if you see someone, he or she buys a car, and you're like, the first thing that comes to your mind is, I'm so grateful, I'm happy for him. God, you that did it for this person, we do it. I'm using it as a point of contact. And then you see another person that is probably healed with, a terminal illness, and it was like, why don't you use it as a point of contact after praying for the person that God heals them? So your first response or your first reflex to people's blessing shouldn't be about yourself. We have this tendency of just thinking of ourselves and ourselves alone. So number one, I said, is acknowledge that you have the problem. Do you understand? Acknowledge, no lie to yourself. You think you can figure it out. Let me tell you something. It grows from jealousy to gossip to hatred to a lot of things, strife, malice. A lot of things can be generated from just this singular, feeling, right? So after admitting it, what else do you do? Avoid talking about them. Don't talk about them. When you start talking about them to other people, you're gossiping already. So another point is, which I try to tell people, remember that God has millions of children all over the world. Don't always feel like it has to be about me all the time. Don't just be self-centered. We are so self-centered. We don't think about any other person. Just me, myself, and I, which is not a good attitude. Do you understand? Remember that God has favorites everywhere. All his children are his favorites. Every of his child he loves. Do you understand? So don't feel like, God, you answered her, you've not answered me. It's not a competition, my sister. Every one of us have our own process that we have to go through. But the most important thing is that you are going through his leadership. Don't just feel like he should only bless you and nobody else. You're God's favorite. I'm Abba's favorite. Anyone listening to me that is a child of God right now is Abba's favorite. That is the simple truth. So that is it. Another point is that always remember that if God is blessing your neighbor, that he is in your neighborhood and is about to do something great in your life. Don't always be subjected to feeling down and lonely when God is blessing somebody. So it means that if a friend of yours is probably, has a child, right? Has a child, and probably you're still waiting. What does that mean? That God is about to bless you with your own bundle of joy. Imagine your friend doing well in their career. What does that mean? That God is about to do something great in your life. Don't just look at the point you are right now. Look at where it's taking you to. Don't just feel lonely. Immediately you have this feeling of jealousy. I don't want you to stay there, because when you stay there, it just reproduces a lot of other fruits. Like it comes with its own children. Do you understand? Its own package. So try as much as possible not to stay there. Immediately counter this with the steps that I've given you. First, admit it. Number 2, avoid talking about them. Number 3, remember that you are not God's only favorite. And number 4, always remember that if God is blessing your neighbor, is in your neighborhood, guys. So just remember these things and know that your life is a process. We are about rounding up the year, and this feeling might come. I'm just here to let you know that you should believe God in your process and believe that he won't leave you nor forsake you. Is always there. Before I wrap up, I want to hear from you. Yeah, I want to hear from you. This is our 10th episode. Don't ignore me. If you've been ignoring me from the very first episode that you started listening, guys, you're an OG right now. So please make sure that you write something. I want to know if you've ever experienced jealousy. Please, I want you to share your stories or questions with me, and I will feature it in our next episode or in an episode to come. And don't worry about it. You stay anonymous. I won't mention your name. Just let me know, like I've shared my own. So you guys, please make sure that you send in all of this. I just want to hear from you. I also want you to know that if you have a friend that feels lonely and is not really happy about their progression in life, just make sure that you send them this episode. It can be a blessing to them and probably the word they need to hear. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye. Thanks for listening to Just a Thought. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you did, please subscribe and leave a review, and don't forget to share. And if you have any thoughts of your own, please share them with me on social media at Just a Thought Podcast on Instagram. I did love to hear from you. Until next time, keep thinking.